The dirty Dooker was there the day Trash Johnson stood still.
When Oswaldo Scumbangerton evicted him with whips and chains. Devastating day. Really. Oh well, can't mourn forever. For the man that replaced my steroids with estrogen. Uh-oh, a saxophone's blowing on the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm gonna do a lot of these. Hey, remember doing the time warp? The Rocky Horror Picture Show is what those weird kids you know from theater keep trying to get you to watch. A stage musical turned cult classic from 1975. Much like the vague creation of the titular Rocky Horror, this is roughly how the oddball charm of this movie comes together. Every named character makes the most of what they're given. Every line uttered is punctured into your brain like a pickaxe. Branded janitor white toast fucks. And I mean that literally. That solely serve to juxtapose the wild night and the psychopaths they encounter over at the Frankenstein Place. Ha! Padookie, bless my soul, is it time to swoon over 1975? Susan Sarandon already? Richard O'Riffrath's outbursts and high notes shine in the velvet darkness, which is also my S&M name. I liked him! I always liked him! Columbia, clad in Mickey ears and sneaky nips, tap dances her way into being an underrated favorite. She didn't deserve to go out like that. Meatloaf wasn't the only one not done. Am I forgetting anyone? Where's his fucking neck? Can you see with all that eyeliner? Dr. Scott? No, I think I used my sword of Damocles of analytics on everyone. Don't get strung out, guys! We can't forget Boss Curry as Frankenfurter with his bomb-ass entrance and my lipstick teeth. It's a fitting that he has a heart on his arm because that's exactly what he brings to this movie. While everyone works for this movie much like the floor show for it to be as revered as it is, Curry outpaces everyone. He commands every scene. No, every shot. He's in. What he lacks in morals, he makes up for in spades with persuasion. Embodying freedom and desire, creating the influence of any fan wanting to be him. Just ignore the fact that he seems to rape everyone and abhors women. Frank's a murdering rapist. Why the reverence? But much like a sign in a graveyard, or a graveyard in front of my sign, the enjoyment can be lost without the right context. To maximize the enjoyment of this sci-fi horror musical sex romp is to see it with the right people. Streetwalker Sally gets it. Your white toast! Friends that think that The Greatest Showman is a beautiful spectacle are not the audience. Which sadly sweet transsexually translates to this movie on its own doesn't carry a wider appeal. It is awkwardly paced, with the movie kicking off its heels strong, but meanders a bit between Hot Patootie and the floor show. I mentioned you remember the lines. Don't tell me what I said. I know what I said. I fucking said it. But what you remember is partly due to how they're delivered. Often with the grace of crashing through a wall because someone forgot a door. The unindoctrinated might describe this movie as a couple winds up in a spaceship castle where a fuck-toy Frankenstein is being built by a crazy sex alien who then turns them into statues to perform in a floor show and swim in a freezing pool before getting murdered himself, before Epcot Center spaceship castle flies away, while the matte painting stays in place. Even Tim Curry told this movie to back up a bit afterwards. But you can't touch me if within the right circumstances you don't love the atmosphere. Going to a midnight show with a live shadow cast and the callbacks? Ugh, the wonderful callbacks. The subtext and subsequent rewatches, coupled with the insight of your ushers and usherettes, tells an even clearer picture of what happens. Richard O'Brien and Jim Sharman created a progressive, unique, cultural landmark film with a memorable, albeit predatory, cast of characters, with excellent songs and a wild-ass look. It is a triumph of their will. This is a movie that cannot and should not be replicated. In just 7 days, I can make you a watered-down TV version. Catch the longest-running theatrical movie of all time. Also Janet Sif. Now we all got it. It's not easy having a good time. This omnisexual sex romp has got me feeling like a real live wire. Perhaps I need some shock treatment.